Can you update us where we are with Jonjoe Kenny at the moment?
Well, we just need the paperwork to be finished. He's been in the building and he's travelled up last night, so hopefully we can get that signed and sealed this afternoon.
What are the qualities you've seen in him?
Well, he's a player I've liked for a while. He was at Everton, obviously, and had a very good career at England youth and 21 level. And then I watched quite a bit of him last season, and he was on loan at Schalke. And he was playing in a struggling team, but I quite liked his qualities, quite liked his enthusiasm for the game, and quite liked his character. And I think he'll bring that to the team. He's a bubbly sort of personality, and he plays that way as well. Wouldn't say he's similar to Frimpong because everyone's different, but he's a bona fide right back who has come here to try and make us better. He's
not had a huge amount of game time this season. Is he ready? Is he match fit to play tomorrow?
Well, yeah, he was on the bench at the weekend for Everton, and then obviously he's travelled up, so yeah, he's ready to start, and he's itching to play obviously as well.
In terms of the Ben Davies situation, was it just a case of not being able to compete when Liverpool come in?
Yeah, it's a blow because we were, very close to doing that. But obviously we got gazumped at the last minute by Liverpool. He lives in that area, and obviously I'm sure financially it would have been quite rewarding for him as well. So disappointed, but we move on.
Are you expecting any others to come in?
Good question. Just see how the day pans out. We're getting a lot of contacts from agents with players available, so we're just looking away at that at the minute.
Neil, would it be likely if you were to get anyone else in, it would be a loan deal now that the situation with Ben is kind of out of reach now?
Yeah, I think that's a fair comment. Yeah.
But it is such a difficult window to do things when you've got a move that you've lined up and you've worked on, and it's, as you said, gazumped at the last minute. Does it make it even more difficult to find a replacement?
I think it shows the precarious nature of the windows, and especially given the last day, these things happen, Charles. And it's not the first time it's happened to us, and certainly to myself. Over my time as a manager, so. Yeah, you're always looking at possible backups, but if that's not the case, then we'll just go with the way the squad is and just add Jonjoe to that.
There's been a report linking the club with a young lad at Spurs, Tanganga. Is he one of those who you're looking at as a possible loanee?
Possible, yeah, amongst many others, yes.
There's also been suggestions that Olivier Cham might be allowed to leave. Is there anything in that at all?
Well, there is interest in him. So the both parties are talking at the minute. So we'll see how that pans out.
Would that be Newcastle? Would it be?
No, it wouldn't.
Not Newcastle, right? Okay.
No.
Is that Marseille, Neil?
Marseille by any chance? Yeah.
It might be.
Have you spoken to Olivier about his future? Whether he is looking for a move away from the club?
I've spoken to Olivier, over the, basically over the 2 years more or less since I've been here. I think he is looking for, a fresh start or, to progress his career elsewhere. And he's made that clear over, a long period of time.
So you wouldn't be overly surprised if there is something that happens today in regards to him?
I wouldn't be overly surprised, no. I think that's fair to say.
Would you be looking to replace him if he does leave?
No, I don't think we'll have time, and I think that's something we can assess maybe in the summer.
Given the situation you're in, Neil, and what you said about the players the other night, would you have maybe been hoping to do more business in January to freshen up the squad than you have?
Not really, no, because I sort of knew the position that we were in and what we were facing, between the end of this month. So, bottom line is the players can play better. I've got a lot of faith in them. I was really disappointed with the performance at the weekend. There's no point in hiding away from that. It's simply not up to the standards that we ask of them or we believe they can produce. So the result and the performance was very, very disappointing from my point of view. And, I don't think the players would disagree with that either.
Neil, can I ask you, do you think there's any fight left in this team?
Yeah, I mean, you got to have your professional pride. So I'm hoping for a reaction tomorrow evening. You know, the lose games is bitterly disappointing. I was disappointed with the lack of quality, the lack of connection between, you know, facets of the game and departments within the team. And off the back of, you know, really good performance on the Wednesday, we have failed to show, you know, consistency of performance again. So, you know, they have it in them. There's no question of that. They've got plenty of evidence of that. They just need to find a rhythm of playing well and winning games, you know, whether it's a confidence thing or whether it's a disconnect within the group. You know, these things need to be, we need to find solutions for them and solutions quickly.
I watched the team go in at half time and I thought to myself, they're walking into the dressing room to almost certainly a tirade from you who wouldn't tolerate the performance. Do you get the feeling that some players are just not responding to, you know, you trying to get the best out of them? Can you put your finger on why they're not responding to you?
It's not a question of responding to me or, you know, it wasn't a tirade. You know, I'm past the stage, you know, of ranting and raving, but, you know, we expressed a disappointment at the level of performance. And players have to look at themselves and go, can I play better? Can I get myself in better condition? Can I do more for the team? Can I do more for the club? Can I do more for the manager? Then the answer is yes. You know, so regardless of whether they respond to me or not, they have their own personal responsibility and personal, you know, pride in their performance as individuals and as a collective.
But realistically, I know you won't give up the fight. We've already had a question put to the players about whether there's a battle for second place now. Do you think that battle is a realistic one, or are you just blanking that out of your mind that this could be a battle for second place?
That's
now?
never come into my thinking, Peter.
On another note then, Neil, how close are we to seeing James Forrest back in the Celtic shirt?
Well, he's out, you know, he's been training last week. He's out on the grass again. We're hoping he'll rejoin the training group this day week, which will obviously be a welcome inclusion to the squad again. You know, he's been sorely missed.
Just how big do you think he has been missed, you know, because it wasn't always, or hasn't always been a fan's favourite when he's there, but his absence seems to have obviously, you know, caused some disruption.
Well, I don't know about him being a fan's favourite or not, but, you know, you only have to look at his record, his consistency over the years. Again, he was having a magnificent season last year before the lockdown came, and he had started the season, you know, in pretty good form. It's a real bad injury that he got, you know, and he wasn't really aware of the significance of it until, you know, 2 or 3 weeks after he actually picked the injury up. So, yeah, it'd be a welcome inclusion, and he's a quality player, whether it be in his goal numbers or whether it be in his assists or whether it be in his general influence and presence around the team and the squad. I mean, his career is stellar. You know, it's just absolutely magnificent. Maybe some people take it for granted. Certainly I don't. I think, you know, he's been a one-club man and he has produced season after season magnificent performances for this club, and, you know, I'm pretty confident he'll continue to do so.
Cheers.
Neil, just to summarise or recap what you're saying about the transfers, are you hoping that by tomorrow's match you'll have a right back and a central defender signed? Is that your hope by the end of today?
I've got a right back in the building, so whether we can achieve a centre half to be brought in remains to be seen. If not, you know, we're happy to go with what we've got.
But would you hope to get reinforcements in central defence? Are you actively trying?
Well, with Julian being out, we've not really had the opportunity to replace him. So obviously with Ben, you know, he was an option for us, and obviously that's not come through. So we'll see if any of the options are available. If not, then I'm happy to go with what we've got.
Absolutely. Sorry for interrupting. Do you set targets now, new targets for yourself and the players?
No, just game by game. Win tomorrow night. you know, build up a bit of momentum, build up a bit of, you know, consistency. You know, we've got Scott Brown back, you know, and that's again after the suspension, so he'll come into our thinking for the game tomorrow night. Difficult venue, you know, and obviously they've had a change of manager as well, so, you know, expecting maybe some sort of reaction from the Kilmarnock players, so we have to be ready for that as well.
Do you look at the form recently? I think it's 1 win and 6 in the league, which is not even top 6 form taken across that, used to motivate the players and just get them back to what you want them to be doing?
No, I don't use that as a motivational factor at all. I don't think that would motivate the players to tell them that, you know, 1 win and 6. We know it's not good enough. We know there are mitigating circumstances for that in previous games. That's why I was so disappointed with the result and performance on Saturday, you know, after a really good win and performance against Hamilton. So, no, bringing up sort of current records, I don't think stimulates the players at all. They're aware of the recent form. And like I said, for 2 of those games, the squad was completely decimated due to things that were out of our control.
Absolutely. With Peter Lawwell announcing his decision to go in the summer, I'm not sure if this was covered or not previously, so apologies if it was. Was it your intention as well to go with Peter in the summer, or are you looking longer term for yourself?
Why would it be my intention to go?
Just if there's a restructure and a kind of reboot of the club, I wasn't sure if you were looking to get to the summer or go beyond the summer or not.
Well, Peter's decision has got nothing to do with my position at all, or my coaches, or any of the players. So I don't understand the context of the question.